Hey guys, thanks for popping in. Today I'm going to do my first music video reaction. I actually have heard a little bit from this song, but I actually haven't really listened to it, and I've chosen to do that. First of all, I love music, okay? I haven't found a ton that I love these days, but I found some here and there, but I just love music, and so I think I actually want to start doing some music reactions because it's fun. I get to learn some new music. But I really wanted to actually listen to this one instead of just like hear little sound bites from, conservative podcasters or content creators who have done little snippets on this, and I've heard little pieces, like I said, from that. But I just wanted to take some time and kind of dig into it a little bit, and here's why. I decided I wanted to check out the song on Apple so I could potentially buy it. And on my way to that, I ran across a whole bunch of different crazy articles talking about this song and why it's so terrible. And so then I landed on a Wikipedia page, of all things, for this particular song and this gentleman, Oliver Anthony. And here are some things that kind of aggregated some news sources, and these are some of the things that they said either about Oliver Anthony or about this particular song. So let's see. That it's a blue collar call to arms, that it's a right-wing anthem and a conservative anthem, that it punches down at people, it shows a modicum of empathy, just like Donald Trump and just like Ron DeSantis. Some articles have accused him of mocking the poor, mocking the poorest of the poor, and of giving nods to Q Anon. And also, evidently there's some fatphobic statement in here. So anyway, of course I had to listen to it. Now I really want to listen to the actual words and not just have this general idea in my head. So anyway, I thought I'd give it a go, and let's talk about these things, because hey, if it's a call to arms, I want to know what that is. I'm not about that, but I don't know. It just seems kind of like a weird accusation. So let's take a listen. I'm going to actually switch this. Actually, you know what? I'll leave it the same. I'll just leave it the same. So let's go ahead and listen to this song called Men North of Richmond by Oliver Anthony, who pretty much nobody had ever heard of until several days ago. So let's take a listen to this right-wing anthem call to arms.
I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay, so I can sit out here and waste my life away, drag back home and drown my troubles away. It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is.
Okay, it feels pretty real right about now. I haven't heard anything I would disagree with, nor anything that I would consider specifically right-wing, left-wing, or any kind of political anything. So, okay, let's keep going. I think most of us can relate to what he said so far.
Living in the new world with an whole soul.
Ooh, living in a new world with an old soul. I really feel that, I really do. I feel that. I'm not so sure I'm digging this new world that much.
These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control. Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do.
Ooh. Okay, I want to go back for a second. Let's go back for a quick second. Hang on, where are we?
You know, but I know that you know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't.
Yeah, the Richmond North of Richmond, which of course means DC. That's north of Richmond, meaning Virginia. They do want to know what we think and what we do. And seems these days they're treating people accordingly, regardless of free speech and certainly free thought. You do know that, right? That's part of what he's saying.
I don't think you know, but I know that you do. 'Cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end. 'Cause the rich men, 'cause the rich men.
You know, the dollar barely does mean sugar honey iced tea anymore. It really, it's not looking good, friends. So, buckle down.
I wish politicians look out for minors, and not just minors on an island somewhere.
Okay, that's the line that has been ascribed to Q Anon conspiracy. I have to be honest with you. To make that sort of statement about that line when we know that there was an island with that dealt with minor, the exchange, I don't want to use certain words on YouTube, but with minors, with Epstein and all that stuff, that's pretty telling. So that's the big conspiracy. Okay, that's QAnon.
Lord, we got folks in the street, ain't got nothing to eat, and the obese
Facts.
milking welfare. Well, God help.
Okay, I think that was the fatphobic line. Let's go back, hang on.
Ain't got nothing to eat, and the obese milking welfare.
So people on the street with nothing to eat and the obese milking welfare.
Well, God, if you're 5'3" and you're 300 pounds, taxes ought not to pay for your bags of fudge rounds. Young men are putting.
Ooh. Yeah, that's where they were. That's what they were referring to. One of the articles. I don't know which one. I spared you that. I read them for you to pick out certain key narratives that they were trying to push. But that's where they're coming up with the fatphobic thing. And I mean, I guess I can loosely see that, but that is not what this person is trying to communicate. I don't think. I mean, taken in the context of the whole song, he's spitting facts basically about issues that we have in this country and society, as they are directly related to government interference, control, helping us. I mean, okay, he did make a statement about our taxes shouldn't have to pay for, what was it? I don't know, basically like cookies. And that there are some obese that are milking welfare. There are definitely people that are milking welfare. I've had several friends that I've known of that have, and so that's not untrue. And then that obese part comes in. I think about this in kind of a different way. If you think about it, when you look at the cost of food, what's most expensive? What's most unaffordable to the most poor in this country? Usually they're healthy foods, right? And so things like cookies and chips and soda, you're going to get the most for your money. That doesn't mean it's a good thing to get for your money, but you're going to get the most for your money. And if you are almost forced to consume that because of the welfare that you're given and the catch-22 that makes it difficult to get out of welfare. I know from my previous employment, I worked with lots of families that were really, really struggling, and it was hard for them to get out of that welfare. So they had to eat a lot of food that was very unhealthy because it was inexpensive, and that's what they could afford. And of course, it caused health problems, including obesity. So I'm taking it back to kind of what he's really trying to say throughout this whole song about issues with that we have with government. And it seems to me if we really wanted to fix that problem, that healthy foods would be made way more affordable for those less fortunate among us. And so anyway, that's kind of the way I see it. I guess I understand where the fatphobic statement came from, but it feels like kind of a quick jump to that. That's just my take on it. So let's keep listening.
Themselves 6 feet in the ground, 'cause all this damn country does is keep on kicking them down.
We do have a suicide crisis in this country for sure, no doubt.
Lord, it's a damn shame what the world's gotten to. For people like me, people like you, wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is living in the new world with an whole soul. These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control. Wanna know
Yes, they
what
do.
you think.
Yep.
Wanna know what you do.
Yep.
And they don't think you know, but I know that you do.
You know.
'Cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end. 'Cause the rich men north of Richmond.
You know, those Richmond, north of Richmond, they work pretty hard, I think, to keep us fighting amongst each other and divided. So keep that in mind.
I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay.
Wow, that was pretty awesome. I don't know. I mean, let's see. I didn't hear any real call to arms. I didn't hear any call to arms. I don't know why it would be right wing. I think that people from both sides of the aisle and those of us like myself who are kind of in the middle, including anybody from many backgrounds, could relate to the things he was saying. I can't say that anything he said wasn't true. Sometimes words that are used to express a truth may not always feel great, but that doesn't mean they're not true. I don't think he was punching down at the poor. I think he was making a true statement about the state of things, in terms of, folks on welfare, some folks on welfare, and the type of foods that they're able to purchase, to be honest with you. That's the way I took it. And there's no Q Anon conspiracy in there. I mean, that comment is just like it is with the whole Sound of Freedom. In fact, the article that I found that accused this guy of having noddings to Q Anon also mentioned the Sound of Freedom within the same exact sentence. So it's just ridiculous. And you really do have to ask yourself, why do people want to use that kind of stuff to distract from actual issues? It does make you question, and I think it should make us question. So I didn't see any of that kind of stuff. I absolutely would love to know what you think about that. The media and those rich men north of Richmond, again, they're really trying to keep us divided, guys. They really truly are. And when we start uniting together and knowing the truth of what's going on, meaning they're playing us against one another, they get real panicky, and that's very clear. Go ahead and Google this song and see what people are saying about it. I mean, now that you've heard it, you know, you can tell for yourself that this is total BS. The stuff that people are accusing this guy of being and accusing of the song communicating. So anyway, I enjoyed the song. I actually really like it. I like his voice quite a bit. I thought I liked the sound of his playing. I thought it was a good song, and I'm going to probably listen to it a few more times after I click off here with you. So anyway, this whole reacting to music videos is going to be a new thing for me. I have plenty to choose from on my own, but I would love it if you would give me some suggestions of things that you might like to hear, whether it's really old stuff, I can find old videos, or new things as well. I don't know a lot of new music, but I'm working to change that. So anyway, thanks so much for popping in again. Take care and stay free. Stay free. Peace.